actually composed in 1772, of course, by Haydn. And when he wrote the symphony, him and his musicians were going through a really hard time because the prince that he worked for wouldn't let him leave. They wanted to go on vacation, and the prince kept throwing parties and whatnot, and he kept saying, we need music, and they were really ready to get home to their families and celebrate with their families and enjoy their time with their families. So Haydn couldn't go to the prince and say, we need to leave, because he would have probably been fired, or if not killed, or whatever else happened back in those days. And so he composed this piece, which starts out, it's a 4-movement work. The last movement starts out bright, like a typical 4th movement, but then in the middle of the 4th movement, it suddenly becomes slow, and this is the part that you're about to hear and about to see as well. So that's kind of the premise of the piece. In this context, it means something much different. When we first had our rehearsal with the seniors on this piece, I told them that blowing out their candle doesn't signify that their career here at Plano Senior High School is not over. Rather, it's the flood of memories that should come to them as they blow out the candle, about starting in 6th grade, about going through middle school orchestra, pursuing on a high school orchestra, and then finally finishing their time here at Plano Senior High School. And so each of these seniors is going to get to take one of these candles home and take it with them to college and wherever they end up going. And I hope that every time they see it, they're going to remember that the flame that they left here at Plano Senior High School and the traditions that they kept and everything that they did. And these seniors are amazing. This is going to sound totally awful, but they are not as talented as some of my other senior classes that I've had the privilege of graduating. I know that sounds awful, right? However, they made up for that talent with pure work ethic. And I've had some senior classes in the past that had all the talent in the world, but they didn't work. They just relied on their talent. These guys worked for everything that they accomplished, and I'm so proud of them because they do work so hard. They're amazing. They're really the reason that Ms. Hayes and I come to work every single day. It's just such a hard time right now with the economy and everything else that's going on. And it's hard for teachers right now as well. It's a very difficult time. We're one of the few lucky that get to work with amazing students like this, and that's why we're in the profession, is because of people on the stage. So it's a true honor, it's a true privilege to be in front of them and to get to work with them every single day. There's a real famous poet, I can't remember who the poet is, but there's a real famous poet that, I love this quote: people will not remember what you said, people won't remember what you did, but people will always remember how you made them feel. And this senior class has made me feel very special, very humble, very honored, and very privileged to work with them and to be part of their lives. It's just been special. And so now, before I lose it, I'd like to present to you the senior class of 2012 playing Haydn's Farewell Symphony.